November na, malapit na naman ang inyong mga 13th month pay. Alam nyo guys, ang empleyado ako, yan lagi yung nilook forward ko. Sobrang saya namin lahat, naalala ko sa bangko kasi sa bangko pala nagkatrabaho before. So, sa bangko kasi hindi lang naman 13th month pay na re-receive namin. May 14th month, may 15th month, and merong bangko na nagbibigay pa hanggang 16th month. And then aside from that, meron pa kaming profit sharing. So, parang 17 in total yung nare-receive namin. So, grabe yung feeling of being rewarded after a full year of hard work, diba? So, every time na makaka-receive tayo nun, what we normally feel is, this is the only time that we felt finally that we have financial freedom. Yung ganon. So ngayon, iniisip natin, ano kayang bibilin ko? Ano kayang gagastusin ko? Saan kaya pupunta? Lahat na nasa utak natin, all about spending. Hindi pa man dumarating yung bonus, sa utak natin, ubus na siya. And honestly, nung magre-resign ako, yan yung medyo parang nagpapapigil sa akin na parang, wala na akong bonus. Wala na magbibigay sa akin ng bonus. And when I started my business, I started syempre giving 13th month bonus na sa mga empleyado. And grabe, ang sakit. Mahirap siya, mabigat. Kasi syempre malaking pera yun diba? Malaking chunk ng income mo. Sometimes wala ka pang income pero kailangan mo magbigay ng 13th month kasi mandatory yan sa kumpanya. So there's something na talagang medyo nagpapapigil sa akin mag-resign. I'm pretty sure marami sa inyo na magre-resign na sana. Pero hindi muna kayo nag-resign kasi after na lang siguro ng December para makuha ko muna yung 13th month bonus ko, di ba? Hindi ka muna nag-resign, no? Tapos pagdating ng January, dyan nadadagsa yung mga resignation letter. Kasi kinuha mo na yung bonus. So bakit nga ba ganito ang karamihan ng mga Pilipino? This is way beyond and deeper than impulsive spending. It's basically about culture, psychology, and survival mindset. Una dyan is yung reward for pagod mentality. Mga Pilipino kasi naturally mga masipag yan, hardworking yan mga yan. So finally, pag dumating yung 13th month pay, they don't see it as capital or savings. What they normally see it as more like a reward after long suffering, ganon. Culturally kasi parang we were raised na magtrabaho ka para may mabili ka. So yung delaying gratification sort of parang unfair para sa atin na parang, kaya ako nga pinagtrabahuhan to para mabili ko yung gusto ko di ba? Unfair na i-delay ko yung happiness ko, yung gratification ko, di ba? Second na challenge ng mga Pilipino is yung scarcity mentality. Alam mo yung parang pakiramdam na lagi mauubusan. Ay, guilty ako dyan kasi ako, kapag magkahati kami ni Hergie sa Pancit Canton, lalakihan ko na yung subo ko para marami akong makain na Pancit Canton kasi mauubos na yung Pancit Canton. So parang, alam mo, embedded na sa utak natin yung baka maubusan. So, might as well, laklaking ko na, ubusin ko na lahat. So, galing yan talaga sa generational struggle natin. Marami kasing mga Pilipino na lumaki by just surviving. The moment na magkaroon tayo ng pera, parang yung utak natin, subconsciously, ang response niya is gumastos. Though alam naman natin na magkakaroon ulit ng bonus next year, but in our head, subconsciously, ang nasa utak natin, baka last na to, sulitin na natin, ganun yung nasa utak natin. Ang scarcity mentality kasi it's more of like a belief na we feel na yung opportunities and money are limited. Don't feel na it's stupidity. It's more of like coming from the long years of traumas, from financial stability passed from one generation to next. Next is, since magpapasko na, yung mga Pilipino are very communal. When you say communal, it's more of like we're more after the community. Yung harmony ng community around us. We have this celebration culture. Kaya mapapansin nyo, sa ibang bansa, iba yung Christmas nila compared sa Christmas ito sa Pilipinas. Kasi we have this parang collective pressure na we want gatherings, pamasko, handaan, sa mga OFW na uwi ngayong Pasko, syempre, pasalubong. Ganyan kasi yung Pilipino we don't think about ourselves. We always think about our family, anak, parents, anak. Kahit nga mga katrabaho natin, kailangan lahat sila may regalo di ba? Mga ka-office mate natin, nagdaluhan natin. Isa-isa sila, di ba? Tapos parang may guilt feeling ka na parang pag hindi mo sila nabigyan, tapos ikaw binigyan ka, na parang, ang kuripot ko naman. So ngayon, the people end up spending beyond their budget just for the sake of like harmony and image. And this is what we call social obligation spending. This is already rooted sa ating mga Pilipino bilang gusto natin na nakikisama. And sometimes, utang na loob na rin. Another reason din bakit natin biglaan ginagastos yung mga 13th month pay din is we lack financial education. Kasi aminin natin, wala naman sa school na subject na how to manage your 13th month pay. Walang ganun sa school. Hindi yun tinuro sa atin. Tinuruan tayo how to work hard and not how to make our money work for us. No. That is why pagdating pa lang ng extra money natin, ang default agad ng brain natin is to spend it, not invest it. The educational system here in the Philippines prepared us to become employees, not wealth builders. That is why you cannot expect na mayroong mga ganong subject. Most of the time kasi, yung status natin is laging linked siya sa spending. So pag nakikita tayo sa social media na we have been spending for travels, for the food, and bonggang parties, it seems na parang, ay, bongga to, mayaman to. Ito yung mataas na status or level to ng tao kasi gumagastos siya sa mga ganong bagay. So ngayon kapag naka-branded na damit or meron ka mga imported goods sa grocery mo. So most of the time, yun yung tingin natin na success. That's why yung mga tao, they keep spending so they will feel seen, validated, and of course equal to others. That is why tayo mga Pilipino is we always want instant gratification. It's not because for vanity, it's more of like emotional release from daily stress, mga small victories, and struggles na parang walang katapusan. That is why nandyan yung brain natin laging sinasabi na minsan lang to, deserve ko to, pwede naman bumawi next year. So now, ano mga pwede mong gawin? Diba? Para this time, this 13th month pay mo is gonna be quite different from the last year and last year. So if hindi mo kasi babaguhin yung ginagawa mo, you will still have the same result just how you spent it last year. So you have to change something today so you would receive a different result this year. So siguro if I will be giving an advice for myself na empleyado na una na nakaka-receive ng 13th month pay, I will tell to lady na use your bonus to pay off all your debts. Bayaran mo as much as you can. Yung mga pwede mong unahing bayaran, your credit card bills, your loan, anything that will make you suffer next year because hindi mo siya binayaran. So, yun yung sabihin ko sa kanya. Second is, bago mo bilhin ng isang bagay, kung bumili ka man ng iPhone, kung nag-iisip ka bumili ng iPhone, pag-isipan mo muna ng mabuti kung hindi na ba useful yung phone mo. Try mo munang wag bilhin. Kasi honestly, after 3 months, yung binili mo na yan, wala naman na yung rewarding feeling eh. So, una mo lang ma-feel yon yung parang, ang saya-saya. Kasi yung dopamine sa brain natin, yung feeling of being rewarded, is a feel natin yun, even prior buying the iPhone. That is why after 2 months, after 3 months, yung dopamine feeling na yon na parang you felt rewarded is limited lang. Na parang, ay hindi naman lifetime joy pala yung nabibigay sa akin ito. And another is, ito lagi ko naman ito ginagawa. Lagi akong nagta-tithes talaga sa church. And ever since practice ko, bata pa lang ako, practice ko na yan. Pero for you guys, I want you to allocate a certain amount from your 13th month pay na ibigay mo sa church. I-tithes mo kasi magugulat ka na lang next year just because glorify mo si Lord dun sa 13th month pay mo, i-bless ka pa nga ng sobrang dami next year. That is why mag-allocate ka kung ano yung tingin mo na nakaka-glorify kay Lord. I wouldn't say an amount, pero ako ang binibigay ko sa 10% talaga. Pero depende pa rin yan. Kasi pag sinabi ko sa 10%, tas reluctant naman pala yung heart mo, hindi naman tutuwa si Lord doon, di ba? Next is, kung medyo maliit lang yung 13th month pay mo and tingin mo kulang pa pang invest sa mga, say for example, property or whatever, stocks or crypto, tingin mo kulang pa yung funds mo for it, might as well mag-allocate ka from your 13th month pay na i-educate yung sarili mo. Like invest in yourself. Invest in your knowledge, invest in your skill. Mag-attend ka ng mga seminars, webinars, trainings na makakadagdag sa knowledge mo when it comes to finances. And lastly, of course, you have to reward yourself din naman. Pero wag yung buong 13th month pay mo pang reward. Siguro mag-allot ka lang mga 10% to 30% for the reward. Siyempre to make you happy. Magpaspa ka, bili mo yung gusto mo, pero wag naman sobrang mahal na kapos pa doon sa 13th month pay mo. Just reward yourself. So, yun lang yung ma-advise ko guys. I hope na ma-spend nyo yung 13th month pay nyo wisely. And by the way, we're here and Antipolo, napaka-relaxing ng ating view habang nagpapahinga si Buntis. So, ayun lang guys. See you again tomorrow.